the hell was that?
It was funny because my dog is right here. You can't see him obviously, but he lays right by my feet when I do the show almost every day. For some reason, and I do the live all the time, but for some reason when I did it, it just scared the crap out of him this time, and he jumped up. And so now I'm like petting him under the table because he's a little freaked out. So that's why I cut it short there. Poor doggy. Hey, buddy. It's all right. I didn't mean to scare you. Welcome on into the bullpen. It's a Bull and Fox edition every Tuesday at 9 a.m. And a lot to get to today. The Guardians playing pretty well. And the Browns getting closer to their first preseason. Well, getting close to their first regular season game too, but getting very close to their first preseason game. We have a football game in the books with the Hall of Fame game behind us, and now a full slate this week of preseason games. Dustin, how you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing great, buddy. Good to be back with you this week. I'm healthy now, finally, and feeling good. We've got football season underway. It's August. I went to a football game last week, an NFL game, right here in my hometown of Canton, Ohio. So that was pretty cool to go back and check that out with my kids, and a place where I played my last ever NFL game was in the Hall of Fame game. So it does feel like it's kind of like a rite of passage that football is now here.
Yeah.
Browns are practicing. The Browns are going to be scrimmaging here in a couple of days. I mean, it's we're up against it, man. We're right here. I got college football starting in 2 weeks. I'm doing a high school game next week for ESPN, dude. I am like so pumped for football season. I'm sitting here, bro. I've got my Bible, my Phil Steele Bible, ready to go, man. Let's roll.
So a lot to get to here, and it is an exciting time of the year. We'll have football in one form or another every weekend through the Super Bowl. Well, no football the weekend before the Super Bowl, but I want to begin with this because yesterday the Browns signed Tyler Huntley, who's been here before, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, you got Kenny Pickett dealing with a hamstring injury. You got Dillon Gabriel dealing with a hamstring injury. You got Shedeur Sanders dealing with a sore shoulder. None of these injuries appear overly serious, but you're scrimmaging with the Panthers this week. You're going to have a preseason game with them this weekend. All right, you bring in another quarterback because you may need some guy to take some reps in the preseason game if the guys are not, if you don't want to play those guys because of their nagging injuries. I really thought nothing of it. And then after an hour, I saw some people losing their mind, including media members.
Yeah.
Losing their mind. And listen, you and I have beat up the Browns more times than we can count over the last 14 years. And for many good reasons. We are not afraid to rip the Browns, but to rip them for this, I don't get it. Do you see any reason why people should be annoyed with the Browns for signing Tyler Huntley?
No, I mean, dude, well, listen, first and foremost,
like
fans, I don't think understand how training camp works sometimes. And in terms of guys get X amount of reps and it's scripted for 1s, 2s, 3s, to get a certain amount of reps. And the Browns are down 2 quarterbacks right now, Adam. And I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
They don't have Pickett with the hamstring. They don't have Gabriel with the hamstring. Sanders has had a sore arm, so he's battling a little something too.
Right.
So let's keep that in mind. So we got to protect these guys. You don't want Joe Flacco taking 1 million reps. I mean, this Tyler Huntley signing is strictly a camp arm.
That's right.
I don't understand. I got a text from a buddy yesterday who I love and respect, and he was worked up about it. I'm like, bro, it's a camp arm. He's like, we 5 quarterbacks, only the Browns. I'm like, dude, come on. But anyway, this is not a thing. It's not a big deal. It's not going to take away from these rookies having an opportunity to play, participate, all that stuff. You've got a scrimmage coming up. You got a season right around the corner. There's going to be plenty of reps. And with 2 guys out with hamstrings right now, there's still plenty of reps. There's almost too many reps, Adam.
Yeah, I think this is tied in to the fact that there's a segment of the fan base that believes there is some sort of conspiracy theory that the Browns are out to get Tyler Huntley. That the Browns are out to get Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
That they want him to fail or they're doing anything. Yeah. They're trying to make it hard for him. Listen, I get
No.
it. I get it. There's a million conspiracy theories. Everybody believes whatever the hell they want to believe at this point. And it's easy to believe conspiracy theories about the Browns because they've done so many stupid things over the years. I just can't I can't wrap my head around the Browns are purposely trying to sabotage Shedeur Sanders. Doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
No.
But I guess if you believe that, then you could turn this signing into, well, they really don't want to give Shedeur any more reps. That's crazy. To me, I look at this and say, they're going to scrimmage with the Panthers this week, right? They're going to have one scrimmage with them. When they play the actual game, if as much as we'd like to see Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders in that game, if those guys are dealing with injuries, they're not going to play in the game. You're not going to take a chance of those guys getting hit and their injuries becoming more serious.
Right.
And if that's the case, if they feel like those guys can't play, maybe Kenny Pickett as well, well, then you're not going to play Joe Flacco an entire game. So you got to have another guy, even though it seems like a ridiculous amount of number. All right, everybody. Sorry about that.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, we had a little computer crash, and we're back on.
So just to get back to the point I was making there, talking about Tyler Huntley and why he's here.
Right.
Like he's been here before. Like he was in training camp last year, in the preseason, so he does know, or at least have some familiarity with the playbook. Right. So you're not going to have to bring someone in here and waste a bunch of time trying to teach a rookie the playbook to go in there in a preseason game. Like he's doing the Browns kind of a favor. And honestly, for a guy like Huntley, he's a street free agent, he's thrilled because he knows he's going to go get some reps in games in a preseason game where he's going to get some tape. And maybe when the season begins, somebody else gets hurt and needs a third string quarterback. And all of a sudden he's got tape from this fall. So it's good for everybody here.
Yeah. And I don't know exactly when we got cut off. So I just want to repeat the end of what I said before sorry
about that, partner.
No, it wasn't you. It was the technical difficulties. So, again, Joe Flacco may be the only quarterback that can play in the actual game. Because the other three quarterbacks are dealing with injuries, they may not want to play them in the game. Pickett and Gabriel have hamstring injuries. Shedeur has a sore shoulder. Again, none of them seem very serious, and they should all be fine. But you may not want them getting hit. And if that's the case, even though we'd love to see, especially Gabriel and Sanders play, they may not want to put them out there to get hit. Not because there's a conspiracy theory to work against Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Gabriel or whatever. It's because they're trying to take care of their players.
That's right.
And if they don't want to see those guys get hit and they can't play any of them, which is possible, then Joe Flacco will play, whatever, a quarter or a half, maybe, probably not even that much. And then they need somebody else to play. They're not going to play a 41-year-old Joe Flacco an entire preseason game. He may only play one series. That may be all they want from him, or one possession. And so Tyler Huntley might be in a situation where they got to play him because they don't want to play the other guys, and that's it. And as you said, it's a good opportunity for him. This has zero to do with the competition. Tyler Huntley is not part of any competition. He is there to take reps when other guys can't in a game. That's it.
Period.
Yeah. So there's a lot to get worked up about when it comes to the Browns. There's a lot to be pissed off about, both in the past and in the present. The team doesn't, at least the offense on paper does not look very good. They're probably not going to win a lot of games. There's a lot to be pissed about, but this is not it. This is a complete nothing burger, and I don't understand why anybody's getting worked up about this.
I mean, it's so early in preseason camp here to really be worked up about anything other than the fact that, by all accounts, the folks that have boots on the ground in Berea, they report back to us are saying that it looks like it's going to be another really long year, and it looks like our quarterbacks don't really have what it takes to be the answer. So I think we need to prepare ourselves for that. And get ourselves in a mindset that it's probably going to be a long year, and hopefully we can get some positives out of this season, like finding some young players that can step up, developing some depth behind some of the stars on this team, and hopefully, continuing to build that culture, I should say, as we move along here into what is going to be next year, hopefully having a top pick and to be able to get that top quarterback.
Yeah, we're waiting for that for so many years.
I know.
Do you think, we've been saying all along, don't read into the numbers, especially when it's, like you expect guys with no hitting and no tackling and, to do well. But the other day, Dillon Gabriel apparently had a really bad day. When a guy has a bad day, essentially on air, is that concerning or not at all?
On air, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's anytime a quarterback this early in camp is going into a drill, a 7-on-7 drill, individual drill, just working with the wide receivers on air, or even having defensive backs in one-on-ones, which is a drill that's designed for the offense. And the quarterback's not completing balls, like that's concerning. We always talk about how these guys are making plays, and I say, okay, it's great that they're making plays. We want to see that. It doesn't mean they're going to be great in the season. It doesn't mean that they're going to do all these great things, but it's concerning when they don't. And when a quarterback struggles and looks poor during a practice where there's not a pass rush and there's not full contact, it's absolutely going to at least to me, draw some red flags.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I agree. I when a guy plays well in practice, to me, I mean, that's fine, that's good, but I don't get that worked up about it. But if a guy can't make throws in practice, that is concerning. So, listen, I'm not writing Dillon Gabriel off. I haven't seen him enough. He hasn't played enough. He hasn't played a game. And obviously, I don't know if you saw that picture. Did you see the tweet from Adam Schefter when there was a picture of the 4 quarterbacks and Dillon Gabriel looked like, Shedeur, who's not that tall, was like towering over him. And it's hard to have success in the league if you're under 6 feet. There's a reason it's very rarely happened. What's that?
I said there's no question. I'm trying to. Oh, there's the picture.
Right? I mean, somebody thought that was like a fake picture or something, and you never know these days. But apparently it's real. And he looks so short. I mean, he looks like he's my height there.
The other thing, too, is like,
yeah,
I think there's a little bit of a, like, optical illusion because he's a couple yards behind the quarterbacks.
Yeah, okay.
They're not like, it's not like they're like in a lineup,
Right, sure.
The Usual Suspects or something where they're right next to each other.
Yeah, right.
And me the keys. Sorry.
Yeah.
Great movie. But either way, we know he's not a big dude. And so for a guy who's undersized, he's got to be extra special. I mean, look back to Johnny Football. That guy was sensational in college and all the work ethic things and partying aside, he needed to be great at everything else.
Yeah.
And Gabriel, to this point in his college career, has done a really good job of that. And he's run offenses effectively, and he's, won a zillion games and played, a million years of college football. And maybe he'll be a decent backup and have a nice career in the NFL. I don't know. I just don't see starting quarterback from this guy. And I was absolutely surprised when they drafted him in the 3rd round. I thought that was a reach.
Yeah. It definitely seems to be the case, but obviously a long way to go. Let's get to the some comments from the fans. Jim says live. Wasted Time Chief says sup dudes.
Sup, dude.
Matt says morning all. Sam Hill with the Bull and Fox emojis. Jeremy Allison, Bull, before you get started, what was the name of the pizza place in Akron you were going to try, and how was it? It wasn't Akron. I said Akron mistakenly when I brought that up a couple of weeks ago.
What was the place you were going to try?
So it's in Chagrin Falls.
Okay.
I always feel like I confuse Chagrin Falls.
I don't know why they're like 45 minutes away.
No. Chagrin Falls and Cuyahoga Falls. So I'm like double.
Yeah, again, they're all like 45 minutes away from each other.
I know, but it's just they're both falls. So Chagrin Falls.
I understand.
And the place is called Pizzeria Deloro. And it was, for those who haven't heard me, I talked about it in another spot, but Pizzeria Deloro in Chagrin Falls is my new favorite pizzeria in Northeast Ohio.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, you weren't there when I talked about it.
Stop the presses here.
Stop the presses.
Like, for real?
Yes.
For real?
Yes, it's
Your favorite place in Northeast Ohio?
It is. Of all the places I've been, I obviously haven't been to every single pizzeria in Northeast Ohio, but it was an absolute home run. I went there a couple of weeks ago. The guy who owns it, he and his wife, Adam and Tiffany, good, very nice people.
With a name like Adam, I mean,
can't go wrong there. So they have traditional New York style pizza, and it had, I can't even explain, but it has this flavor that the good New York pizzerias have that I can never really find outside of New York, and they had it. They had the flavor. He filters his water. I bet a lot of pizzerias don't do that.
The flour, huh?
I think that, and he makes his dough fresh. Not every pizzeria makes their dough fresh. It's a big difference. He also makes Sicilian pizza, which you never find outside of New York. And he makes the grandma slices, which more people do now.
What's a grandma slice?
It's kind of similar to...
Is it square?
It's square. It's like Detroit style, but a little thinner.
Well, Sicilian, that's the place in Columbus, Adriatico's. Did I take you to Adriatico's ever?
I don't think so. I've heard you've mentioned that. A couple other people. I got to try that place too.
It's the bomb, dude.
I got to try that place next time I'm in Columbus.
Sicilian though, because people go there and they're like, "Oh, New York style." No. If you go to Adriatico's, you get Sicilian.
Yeah, which is New York based as well, obviously. But the Pizzeria Deloro was just outstanding. The traditional slice was a 10 out of 10.
How was the undercarriage? Good crunch?
Perfect. Crispy, little burn, but not too much. You got to find that little burn, but not too much burn, that sweet spot. It's perfect. He nailed it. He nailed it. And they've got gelato there too, which his brother makes it himself. It's a really nice place. Family, like the dad works there, the mom works there, the kids are there. It's a really, and it was packed, but they were efficient and quick. So huge shout out to them. And they're not paying me to say this. So
no, I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
place is great.
Well, I'm excited about it, and I'm kind of like in shock because I know how much you like your places there. I mean, I know you still love Sweet Basil and some of these other places that are they're really good there near you.
Yeah, they're good.
And you're not denigrating them. You're just saying this was just, top notch.
Yeah.
And so you know how much I respect your opinion on food, and especially pizza.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably going to have to go in the next week or so to get up there at some point and try this pizza.
Actually, I would say two of my favorite restaurants in the entire area, both in Chagrin Falls, which is not that convenient.
What's the other one?
It's a brunch place, but I love their breakfast in particular. It's called the Sleepy Rooster.
Okay. Is that Deloro's place? Is it like a sit down? I mean, you can go there for dinner and sit down?
Yeah.
Do they have other Italian like specialties, or is it just pizza?
I was just looking for pizza. I don't think they have. I can't remember, to be honest. I can't remember now, but because I knew I was going just to eat pizza, so I didn't really look at a menu. But I'll have to double check that because I bet if they do have other Italian food, I bet it's really good because they have another restaurant that they own that's like kind of connected to it, which is a burger joint, which looks really good too. But I didn't try it.
Dude, you're making me so hungry.
Yeah, I know. I'm starving now too. So let's get to some other things. Wasted time. Chief Browns have 6 quarterbacks now. Yeah, technically 6 because Deshawn Watson is on the payroll as well.
Has anyone seen Deshaun Watson? Is he around, or is he like just out of town?
I think he was around at some point because supposedly he was mentoring Shedeur. Let's see. Sam says Dustin's background.
Mentor?
Yeah. I don't, probably not. Sam likes your background. He said it's looking pretty cool these days.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been my shoe collection behind me. You can't see all of them, but like, this has become an expensive habit and hobby of mine.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, my shoe collection would last like for 2 seconds because I have like 3 pairs. The only nice pair I have is the ones you got me for the wedding. That's my only nice pair. Caitlin says, Bull and Fox like the good old days. Every day I would listen to y'all. Thank you, Caitlin.
Oh,
I feel like I run into somebody almost every day that tells me this.
Oh yeah, me too. By the way, there's, you know how like sports talk radio is, and people like there's not everyone's a P1, which means like in radio business you listen like diehard religiously, like 24/7. So some people would just like listen sometimes.
Right.
There's still people that are like, oh yeah, I love you and Bull on the fan.
Yeah.
Like they don't know, like because maybe they listened for like 5 years or something, and then just kind of took a break. It happens.
Yeah.
and you just assume that because you get into a routine that that's just what it is.
It is funny.
And no, we've not been on the fan for a minute.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Jim says Grossi is pulling wires in the back. That's why we went off the air. Somebody asked, I lost the message. Somebody asked, what's up? Oh, wasted time, Chief. What's up with Judkins? There's nothing new with Judkins.
Nothing new.
I don't think they're going to sign him until his legal issues are settled. I think he'll probably play for the Browns at some point this season, but clearly it's not happening anytime soon, right?
I mean, I honestly have not heard a peep.
Nope.
From anybody who knows anything. So I think the second you do, you'll probably be seeing a tweet from Schefter or something telling us that, the Browns are just waiting on the legal process to play itself out. And there's nothing that they can do at this point. In fact, he's still not signed, right?
He is not signed. That is correct.
So
that's true. All right. Diesel also says Luigi's in Akron. Is that a place you mentioned too?
Luigi's is my spot. It's like, it's been around, dude, for like 70 years.
Right.
It's in an old building, and they've kind of like made it nice around it. But dude, let me take you sometime. I'll take you and Liz.
Yeah, we should go. All right, we'll make a plan.
It's not just a pizzeria. I mean, I love their pizza there, but
they got Italian food.
They have great Italian food. Like their meatballs are good. Their salad is not really a salad. It's like a little lettuce with tons of cheese on top and dressing. It's like phenomenal. They've got the great. Oh, even their bread that they bring you first is phenomenal. So,
all right,
it's top notch.
I love a good free bread before the meal.
Free bread, man.
Yeah. Finally, good morning, Bull. Kirk says, "Good morning, Bull and Adam." I think he meant to say Dustin. Do you
Thank you for having me, Adam and Duffy.
Do you think once all the quarterbacks are healthy, do they cut Huntley? Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's it. And Nathan says, I've seen a couple of stories that our old pal Oscar Mercado could be coming back to the Indians Guardians. He just got released from his minor league contract yesterday. I don't really care if he comes back or not. Just be a minor leaguer, but maybe he will.
Do you want to give your 2 minutes on the Guardians here?
Well,
you just want to keep reading those tweets.
Yeah. No. Let me just first tell folks to get extra value this summer with prop packs exclusively at Bet Rivers. Opt into the prop packs promotion for your chance to earn profit boosts, bonus credits, and more when you place MLB same-game parlays. See the Bet Rivers app for full details and tear into the action. Speaking of baseball, the Guardians win again yesterday. It was an interesting game. They had a big lead early. They blew the lead. As Hunter Gaddis completely fell apart in the 8th inning. The Guardians were then in the bottom of the 9th with the score tied. So the Guardians, it was a scoreless game until the 5th. Guardians score, to the 6th. Guardians scored 5 in the 6th. Mets get 3 in the 6th, 2 in the 8th. Bottom of the 9th, Cade Smith on, and it was looking like the Guardians were going to lose this game. They Francisco Alvarez got a single to start the inning. After a strikeout, Lindor doubled. And the Mets really blew it here. I don't know if you were watching the game at this point, Dustin, but I
was watching the Toronto Open last night.
Okay. So the Mets used Tyrone Taylor, who's a good base runner, to pinch run for Alvarez. And Lindor hits a double. And the Mets, knowing that the middle of the lineup is up, they didn't take a chance. They didn't send Taylor. They stopped him at third. So instead of potentially, now he might have been thrown out. You never know. I would have sent him there 100%. But they figured, well, they got Soto and Alonso coming up. But you had to know, I think, that they were going to intentionally walk Soto, which is what the Guardians did. Now, that leaves it up to Alonso. But even though Alonso's really good, he also has a lot of strikeout in his game, especially against the hard thrower like Cade Smith. If you have a chance to score, I know Cade blew the save last time. I know he just gave up a single and a double here. But still, I would have 100% sent Taylor. They didn't. They walked Soto as they expected. Then Alonso strikes out, and then McNeil makes an out, and that's the end of the inning. Then the Guardians come up in the 10th. They intentionally walk Ramirez to start the inning, obviously, because you start with the runner on second, so that's a no-brainer. David Fry hit what should have been an easy out, but Brett Beatty, the third baseman, throws it away. It probably would have been a double. I don't know if it would have been a double play, but it would have at least been one out. And the Guardians probably wouldn't have scored, but some bad defense by the Mets leads to 2 runs. The Mets in the bottom of the 10th get 1 run back on a base hit by Brett Beatty, who made that error. But the Guardians hold on with Nick Enright. This is a cool story. So Nick Enright is a guy who was battling cancer. He didn't know if he was going to live. And not only does he fight through cancer, beat cancer, but he gets to the big leagues. And I want to say it was his 6th or 7th appearance ever, and he gets a save in extra innings in a big spot there. So cool story for him, and we wish him the best. And the Guardians win, and since the last week of the first half, they've mostly played well here. I still don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but you got to give them a shot. I mean, they're 2.5 games out of the last wild card spot behind the Mariners. Only Texas, in between them and the Mariners. I'm sorry, between the Mariners and the Yankees, because the Yankees have been playing terrible baseball. So I give them a chance. I still ultimately think the Mariners, Rangers, and Yankees, and maybe even the Royals are all better. But they're playing feisty baseball, even with not a lot of talent on the roster right now, especially with the suspension. They're 2 games over 500 for the first time in a couple of weeks, and 8 games out in the division. As mediocre as the Tigers have been, they won't catch them, but I'll give them at least a shot at the playoffs, and I respect how they're playing right now. They're playing hard, and they've hit much better here the last few weeks.
Well, I mean, I don't know if what they're gonna do, if they're gonna make the playoffs or not. I hope they do, because as you always say, and I always say too, so I agree with you, is that any team in baseball makes the playoffs has a chance to win the whole damn thing.
You never know.
So you never know. Get hot at the right time. But I am a little concerned. I don't know. I've said all along, they're just kind of like Diet Vanilla Pepsi right now.
Yeah, they're
kind of mid.
Yeah, they are. That's what they are. They're a 500 team. They're 2 games over. That's about what they are.
I mean, the Marlins are 500 right now.
Yeah, the Marlins have been playing great baseball.
And they just swept the Yankees.
They did. First time ever, by the way.
Yeah, that's all. That's right.
Yeah. So that was.
Is Aaron Boone right? Is he going to get fired?
I thought he should have been fired. I thought he and their GM Brian Cashman should have been fired already. I don't think they're going to get fired. If the Yankees don't make the playoffs, I would. If I were the Yankees owners, I would fire both of them for sure at the end of the year. But they, the Steinbrenner sons are not anywhere close. They're the opposite of their dad. He was the most impatient owner, and it worked. And they are not impatient. They are probably too patient, and it really hasn't worked. I mean, for the, it may sound crazy to say, well, they've only won 1 World Series in the last, 25 years, because we obviously take that. But for the Yankees, with the amount of money they've spent, it's kind of crazy if you think about it. But anyway, a couple more comments from the fans. Let's see. Wasted time, Chief. We might catch the Tigers. 6 heads-up game left. You never know. I guess crazier things have happened. Evan 419. Gotta love the old intentional balk in the bottom of the 10th. Yeah. Nathan says, I still wish the Browns would have kept Dearness Johnson. What are we going to do with Dearness Johnson?
I'd rather have English Johnson.
Yeah, if you know on that.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. By the way, Evan is asking first of all, Ohio State, we haven't really talked about Ohio State at all, but they open against Texas, which is a very cool start to the season. I love when Ohio State plays, other big programs and not these terrible teams. But is Julian Sane going to be the starter? I mean, do we know yet? What do you think?
Honestly, I have no idea. I haven't followed too much of that quite yet. I mean, I know that it was him and Lincoln Kleinholz, who is it Kleinhans or Kleinhans, were competing for the job. Probably should do a little due diligence on the Buckeyes, but it's just so early. I've been following the Browns and trying to get ready for the season. That I just am not sure. My boots are not in the ground in Columbus, Adam.
Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. The boat, Ohio State has a running back named Bo Jackson, but he's not related to the Bo Jackson, right? No,
I don't think so.
no. It's actually his real name is Lamar. He's Lamar Bo Jackson, and he went to Villa Angela St. Joseph High School. So
okay, well, according to the most recent reports around the Buckeyes, it is a neck and neck competition with Keenholz, Lincoln Keenholz, and Julian Sain.
Okay, and Keenholz, neither Keenholz is a redshirt sophomore.
He's a big put together dude. He was on the Buckeye Cruise with me. A couple months ago.
Which one?
Months back. Lincoln was.
Oh, okay.
With Coach Day, and I was like, man, this guy's a really put together dude.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be interesting. Obviously, you're totally redoing the backfield after your 2 starting running backs move on and get drafted both very high in the first 35 to 40 picks in the draft. But and they still have a lot of returning players on the offense, including Jeremiah Smith. Somebody was asking me yesterday. I think actually we're going to talk about this on UCSS. Like Jeremiah Smith, it's crazy. He still can't be drafted after this year. He would have probably been the first pick. He would have been the first non-quarterback drafted after his freshman year, probably, had he come out.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Have you seen a guy this good this quickly? It's pretty unique.
No, I'm trying to think back, the last, X amount of years.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, this guy's really special. It's going to be fun to see what he can do.
I can't wait for this football season, man.
Yeah.
Just so pumped. I love the playoff. The 12-team playoff is just, because Ohio State could lose to Texas. It's okay. It's not the end of the world,
And that should encourage teams to play more games like this, because it's not going to end your chances of winning a championship as long as you take care of business in the other games. But that should be a lot of fun. All right, thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks for all the messages in the chat. Thanks to Max and Z for producing. We'll talk to you next Tuesday. I'll be on this coming Thursday at 9 a.m., and I'll be on UCSS today. Dustin will be on tomorrow. We'll talk to you next time. See you, everybody. Brought to you by Bet Rivers.